Hey, it's Razor here. Zasc founder guy made a bedroll and he wanted someone to test it out, and I volunteered, so I'm going to be testing it out tonight. I just pulled it out of the wrapping and checked it out. Pretty neat. Nice job making it. Got a cloth on top with a mylar underneath of it. Got a waterproof backing on it. I just put this blanket down just to keep the bag from getting dirty and muddy, because my ground here is pretty dirty and muddy. It won't really do much for insulation or comfort. But I'm going to start off tonight when I go to bed by climbing in and just testing it on the ground to see if that will actually insulate me from the ground also. If I start to get cold, I'm going to break this out, roll it out, and get on it, just because I know anytime I'd be camping I'd be using one of these anyway. And then test it out. It's probably the last cold day we're going to have till next fall, so I think it's going to get down to about 30 degrees. Probably about the lowest temperature you'd be using something like this for anyway. So anyway, wish me luck and see you in the morning. Well, I made it through the night, no problem. I actually didn't even need to get the pad out. I'm comfortable enough. Never got cold that way. The only thing that got cold on me was up around my shoulders and my neck from not being able to get all the way in the bag. All I did, I went inside and I grabbed my coat, put that on, and got back inside. Slept perfectly warm the rest of the night. It worked. I didn't get too hot, and except for because I was sticking out of it, I stayed plenty warm. I'm actually quite impressed with it. It is a pain in the butt to get in and out of. I think if a guy was to put some kind of zipper on the side or something like a sleeping bag, it would make a world of difference. But for simplicity and cost effectiveness and weight, it's got my vote. I'm not going to give up my nice warm sleeping bags for it yet, but it works. There you
Hey
have
survivors, Guy Kane, Zombie Apocalypse Survival Camp. I'm here with Razor Sharp. You may have saw my video, Anyway, you may have seen the video, past tense, of the bedroll kit I made. John was good enough to field test it last night. It's April 4th, thereabout.
Yeah, something like that.
So, allegedly it got down to around 30 degrees.
About 30, 31 degrees by my thermometer at home.
Okay, how'd it work?
First of all, I got to ask, how tall are you?
I am 5'11" with combat boots. How about that?
Well, I'll say this to start with, and I already put part of the video, but I might edit that out and just put this in. For starters, it was not easy to get into. It's not like a sleeping bag, doesn't have a zipper on the side, and it took a little bit of work getting into it. I didn't use a sleeping pad.
That might be a consideration. I'm just saying.
That better?
No, I'm just saying. I'm a little thinner than most people. So for me to worm in there is a little easier than most guys. If you were a bigger guy, you're going to need a bigger blanket. Let's just say that.
If it would have had a zipper on the side, it would have been a lot easier. But anyway.
Well, at that point, it's just a sleeping bag.
I wanted to test it, see how warm it would actually stay if you just threw it on the ground like this and climbed into it. Like he said, he's got a waterproof thing on the back. I did put a blanket down underneath of it that's not waterproof, just to keep the bag from getting dirty, because there's a lot of mud in my backyard. I didn't want to mess up his fancy bedroll here. But anyway, I did eventually get into it after about 15 minutes of struggling. And first thing I noticed was, for me, that the blankets only came up to about here. The mylar came up farther. But I had a little bit of an issue. I couldn't get the blanket wrapped around my shoulders. And after laying there for a little while, I started to get cold, but it was only up top. And so I decided I still wanted to keep testing it. I ran in and grabbed my coat, put it on just so that I'd have something warm on my head. I had a stocking cap on. And climbed back into it. Another 12-minute ordeal. I got into it and I had the coat on, I slept perfectly fine till about 4:30 in the morning. I was just the right temperature. I wasn't hot, I wasn't cold, I was nice and warm. I think if the temperature would have been about 10 degrees warmer, I might have started sweating a bit. And I don't know how well it would breathe if you were starting to do that. I know the wool is wicking, but it was actually quite comfortable. I didn't grab a ground pad, and I didn't have to do anything. Just climb into it with my coat.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a pillow?
Yes, I did have a pillow. I had to have a pillow. I'm getting old.
One of my thoughts was with this bag, you shove some of your clothing in there.
Yep.
And wad it up, and you have a pillow. And you don't have to worry about your clothes getting wet because, again, this thing's waterproof. You can have a pillow, even if you stuff it full of leaves or some shit. You have nothing else.
And it's so soft.
Well, it's not the perfect solution, but
No.
from a survival standpoint,
Well, you seen
I'd take it, you know?
the tested it on a tube tent. I used a log about this big around for a pillow, so that would definitely be more
It
comfortable.
would be, an improvement, yes. You don't normally take a pillow when you go out to
Not
your
if
test?
not if I'm bug out bag testing.
The zombie apocalypse, millions of people bugging out, and everybody's got like big body pillows and shit hanging off the top of their back.
I got a comforter and a body pillow,
It only weighs a couple pounds, why
a little
not?
battery powered air mattress inflator.
Those things are awesome. But it worked. It was functional.
It worked perfectly fine. It had some issues. I'm not going to be selling any of my sleeping bags soon and having to make me one. But for the price and the do-it-yourself stuff, it works. I got no complaints on staying warm.
Good. And you said 30 degrees, 31, 32.
Yeah, it was
freezing.
It was
range.
right at the point of freezing. There was frost on the windows this morning.
Oh, okay, cool. But you didn't get cold. You didn't wake up wet. You didn't.
No. And actually, when I picked it up after I got up in the morning, this was actually all damp on the back, but there was no moisture inside
Nothing
whatsoever. Yeah.
Good.
Hey, kitty. Are you video bombing this?
I don't even know what this one's name is. I personally am not a cat person. My wife is, so every stray and
Obviously,
300
it likes
miles.
me.
Yeah. Take it home with you. It's yours.
All right.
But it's functional. Like I said, my cost ended up being about $45. Be a little more if you bought a brand new bed sheet, whatever. So yeah, obviously you can upgrade and go up, but it's not bad. All right, guys, good luck. Like I said in the last video, you got a better idea? Take a picture, put it on, make a video. I don't care. Write it up, send it to us. www.
If he makes it, I'll personally go test it.
Damn it. ZombieASC.com. ZombieASC.com. You can message us through there.
Come on, man. My legs are falling asleep.
You'll live. You're supposed to be this tough survivor guy. What's Les Stroud going to say about you and your knees? Anyway, guys, Zombie Apocalypse Survival Camp. Check us out on Facebook. Zombie ASC is our website. Anything else? Oh, Razor Sharp 170 on YouTube. Is John's page, or John's channel, I guess. And we've got a Zasc channel. You're probably watching this on a Zasc channel right now. Anyway. So, thank you guys. Keep in touch. Be safe.